What's going on, guys? This is Mr. DeLorean here. Welcome back to the brand new video. And today what I want to do is break down the trailer for episode 8 of season 10 of The Walking Dead. Now this trailer features many, tons and tons of crazy shit and everything. So if you guys haven't seen the last episode and everything and you don't want spoilers to what happened in episode 7, then I recommend not watching this video or anything. But without further ado, let's hop right into breaking down this trailer and getting all the sweet juices out of it. So the trailer opens with a funeral for our once fallen or our now fallen Siddiq. And the most notable characters out of this entire thing is Carol, Rosita, Daryl, Gabriel, and all they're kind of surrounding his grave and everything because he was recently buried and everything. We get some really close-up shots of Gabriel and everything and him kind of spreading some dirt on Gabriel on Siddiq's grave. And obviously Gabriel and Rosita are gonna probably take this the hardest since they were the closest to Siddiq besides obviously Dante, but we know he's a dirty whisperer spy. And we get some shots of Gabriel spraying some dirt on Siddiq's grave and everything. We get a shot of Rosita obviously distressed. I'm assuming this shot of Rosita and everything, this whole funerals after the whole scene of Rosita crying with Coco. But then next we go to Carol and King Ezekiel, and I can only assume that they're at Alexandria because the brick buildings and everything. And Carol's kind of looking to Ezekiel huh, or she kind of looks a bit confused or whatever, or maybe sad, I'm not sure. But then I definitely know this is Alexandria 100% because you could see some solar panels off in the background. But in this scene and whatever, I'm not sure what's gonna be happening necessarily. Some options of what could be happening are maybe Ezekiel reveals to Carol that he has cancer. They might be talking about Henry, or they just might be reminiscing and just getting back together. Not getting back together as relationship form, but kind of just reuniting, I guess. Seeing each other again for a long time after they're kind of, I guess you could say, drama in the season 9 finale. But it's very interesting to see them back together in general. But then this trailer takes a very slight turn to Dante inside I guess you could say the infirmary, which he does look pretty roughed up and everything. He has a couple hits and bruises and everything, and he's kind of talking to Daryl, saying about the average whisper stuff which is oh, this place won't last and everything. This place is a dream. It's not real. It's a mystery or whatever, or all that type of whisper stuff. But then we cut to something that we saw in the season 10 trailer, which we were all oh, who is Daryl hitting and everything, and it's confirmed that he is hitting Dante, which obviously he's gonna hit Dante after Dante kind of, I guess you could say, taunts him, says some bullshit, maybe even messes him with him about Siddiq. But it's just, this is definitely gonna be a very cool moment. I think it's a moment I honestly cannot wait for. It's Daryl to finally just punch his ass. It's also definitely be interesting also to see Dante finally talking I guess you could say a normal person, because obviously he's playing on an act acting like he was normal and everything, not a whisper or anything, but now we're gonna see him being honest. So I definitely can't wait to see that because it's definitely gonna be interesting. But in the next couple of shots we get some very interesting stuff, which the first shot right here being of obviously the ocean or anything by Oceanside or anything. It actually looks like a really cool shot of the sea, but off in the distance you could kind of see something riding and everything. And then right here we get a shot of pretty much the big thing that we've been waiting for this season, which is Michonnes' departure on a mini boat. And obviously I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, that everyone's been theorizing that that this is probably 100% Virgil with Michonne and everything on the boat off to just somewhere. I can only assume to find Rick, because if it's not to find Rick, then it's just, I don't know, I feel like she needs to leave to find Rick. But then we get an above shot and everything of Michonne riding in the boat, and it says mid-season finale, which is very cool. I think I found it to be a very cool effect with the text anyway, which I don't usually acknowledge that during the trailers, but it's very cool nonetheless. And anything also to see that this will most likely be her final episode. But then next we kind of flash to Aaron at the bridge and everything, meeting Gamma, because obviously we see Gamma off in the distance walking to Aaron, and Aaron kind of looks a bit distraught or kind of angry, or kind of why, mainly because, as you guys know, if you guys didn't know, ever in episode 7 Gamma kind of took Aaron hostage for a little bit and everything until she let him go, because obviously Carol caught her and was about to shoot her, so obviously Gamma had to let Aaron go and everything. I'm pretty sure Aaron's kind of just why'd you do that, and he kind of has the face of oh, why and everything, but I'm pretty sure he'll understand the end. But Gamma pretty much tells Aaron in the next shot anything that she has some info for Aaron or anything, because obviously I said in the episode 7, Gamma pretty much lost all loyalty to Alpha, because she saw that Lydia was alive, and obviously Alpha told everyone and all the whispers that she did kill Lydia, which obviously Gamma is the first one to find out that that's not true. So obviously Gamma is pretty much has lost all of her loyalties to Alpha and everything. She has some info for Aaron, which I'm not sure what the info is 100% yet, but it's gonna be big info, I'm assuming. But then next we flash to a shot that I'm very scared of, actually. There was a shot in the season 10 trailer of Daryl and Carol crossing Alpha's borders at night, and I can only assume with the outfits, because they kind of compared to the outfits in the trailer, but I can only assume this is Daryl and Carol going to cross the Whisper borders for another time. I'm not sure why 100%, but I think it might be information that Daryl got from Dante, or that Gamma gave to Aaron, because Daryl does mention in this trailer, I think, saying, oh, are we gonna trust a Whisper now or whatever, which it might be from, the information might be from Gamma or Dante. I'm not 100% sure, obviously, because Dante, honestly, when he killed Siddiq in last episode, didn't look like he wanted to, so maybe he saw, you know, the ways of Alexandria and he wants to join them, so he gave him some info. I'm not sure, but it's definitely an interesting scene nonetheless, especially seeing, like, you know, them crossing the borders, which is obviously a big, like, you know, like, risk. Daryl obviously looks like very, like, he does not agree with this and everything, like, he looks very, like, you know, scared with, all, like, the rest of us. Next, we kind of flash to, you know, Daryl, well, not Daryl, but Carol inside, you know, what looks like to be maybe the infirmary, I'm not sure, but she pretty much says to Daryl and everything, saying, like, oh, we can't just do nothing or whatever. This is kind of after, like, you know, Daryl mentions, are we gonna trust a whisper now? But it's kind of a cool and interesting, like, you know, moment nonetheless inside the trailer. But the next, we kind of flash to something that's kind of weird and something that I wasn't expecting to see in the trailer. We see Gabriel at, you know, like, kind of, you could say, the cell of, you know, Dante and everything, because obviously, you know, Dante's thrown in jail because obviously he's a whisper spy. I don't know what else they would do with him. But Gabriel kind of walks inside, you know, like, the cell to confront Dante. Now, I'm not sure what he's gonna do. People have been speculating that, like, you know, like, Gabriel will try to kill him, or at least wants to, which I don't doubt that he does, like, want to or anything, obviously, because, yeah, like I said before, I think Siddiq was very connected to Gabriel and Rosita. But it's gonna be very interesting to see them, you know, like, talk to each other and everything. I really can't wait for it. But then next we flash to Oceanside, where it's a very quick shot of Judith pretty much slicing the leg of someone who's running by or clearly trying to get away from somewhere. So she slices the leg of the person, I think, and they fall down, and, like, everyone's kind of like, oh, who's this person? Who is it? And it's revealed to be Virgil, and I think Judith and, you know, Michonnes staying over, like, him and everything, pretty badass. And I think it's been pretty much confirmed, or maybe, don't quote me on this, that it's possible that Virgil is a whisper and everything, that I might just turn over to, you know, not being a whisper anymore in this season, which I can't really wait to see this character, considering that, like, he was revealed, like, literally before the season's trailer even came out, to be, like, playing a key character, and, yeah, Michonnes exit, so I can't wait to see him. I think this is a very cool, like, scene in the trailer nonetheless, because we get pretty much, like, a really, really quick and very cool introduction of, like, you know, a new character. But what's really weird is after, you know, like, they slice Virgil's legs, he falls and everything, an alarm starts playing off in the background. Now, I'm not sure if this is 100% this is, like, an effect that they just put in the trailer as a cool sound effect, or if this is the Oceanside alarms, you know, going on, because this episode will, like, you know, feature Oceanside, like, a decent amount, considering that it might be Michonne's last episode. But then next, we kind of go to an interesting shot of Alpha looking very, I guess you could say, angry, or kind of, like, you know, pissed off or whatever. Now, Lydia did cross the borders and anything into Whisper territory last episode, near the end of the last episode, and she realized, obviously, you know, Carol was, I guess you could say, kind of using her. So maybe Alpha sees Lydia or whatever, and she's like, oh god, or whatever. Or, you know, maybe someone might be questioning, saying, oh, I saw Lydia or whatever, or something definitely to, like, piss her off. But the next shot, you kind of get Daryl walking into a kind of hut, which I'm very confused on where this is. I kind of theorized in my mind or anything, like, while I was watching this, saying, could this be, like, Dante's, like, you know, hideout or whatever, you know, away from, like, the communities? Like, it might be or whatever, because, like, you know, the Whispers have huts and everything, like, they don't have, like, houses or whatever, they kind of have huts, or at least Alpha did in that, like, I think episode 2 of season 10. But he kind of walks into the hut and everything, and he's kind of, like, you know, searching around, so I'm not sure what this is. Like I said, it might be Dante's, like, hut or whatever that he, like, has been hiding out in. I'm not, like, 100% sure or anything, but I'm definitely very confused by this. Make sure to leave, like, you know, some theories or whatever, what this might be down below in the comments. But the next, like, couple shots, I think the trailer really amps up to, like, 100, like, you know, speed. And we see, you know, Kelly, Jerry, Connie, and some other people. I think Aaron in the background, I think, running. And I think this is around Oceanside, mainly because, like I said, like, this episode's gonna be focused on Oceanside a lot. And also a lot of these, like, you know, shots are focused on Oceanside. So we get them kind of running. We get, you know, Michonnes and some people from, like, Oceanside, I think, running, like, to what might be happening. And then next we get kind of, like, you know, Michonnes slicing and dicing up some walkers until we get a shot of her, you know, like, really scared. Like, she looks really terrifying. We get everyone back to back. I think in the kind of back behind her, we could kind of see, like, a group of walkers. I think not, like, just 1, 2, or 3, a group of walkers and then coming. Now, I think it's been pretty much confirmed, yet again, don't quote me on this, whoever, I might not be, that Oceanside might be attacked by the Whispers in this episode, I think, and that's obviously why, like, the alarms are going off and everything, and obviously, you know, Virgil was found, I think, to possibly be a Whisperer. So obviously, like, you know, everyone's amped up to 100 and everything. We have all these, like, walkers and yet again, possibly a Whisper attack might occur and everything. Now, I'm not sure if they mean, like, Whisper attack by, like, you know, actual Whispers being, like, you know, going to the camp to attack, or if it's just gonna be walkers that the Whisperers sent. But nonetheless, this, like, will be definitely a very interesting plot of the episode. But that was the end of the episode 8 trailer and everything. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. There was definitely some very interesting shots in this trailer, especially with, you know, the whole Dante being, like, discovered situation, Siddiq's funeral, you know, Dante being interrogated will definitely be an interesting plot of the episodes, and the one I'm definitely very excited for. I'm also very excited for, like, you know, Michonnes possibly departing. I'm also very sad, obviously, but it's definitely gonna be something that, like, is definitely gonna be very interesting. And I guess you could say I'm excited to see it and everything, because I really can't wait. I'm also excited to see, like, you know, the conflict at Oceanside, like, you know, the Walker invasion, you know, finding out, like, you know, who Virgil is in the first place. Like, I can't wait to just like, explore his character even just for like one episode or just 12 minutes. But yep, I hope you guys did enjoy this video and anything. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to leave your like favorite, like what you guys like are most excited for in this episode. Yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and anything. Make sure to leave a review if you guys are listening on iTunes. And yep, I'll see you guys later. Peace, my amigos, and peace out.